I've sliced a bunch of them, 1 pepper so far, and I decided instead of dicing them for dehydrating, I'm going to slice them. I'm going to go back tomorrow and get more of the vegetables that are on sale and do more at this price. You can't pass it up. So tomorrow I will be dehydrating diced, but today I'm going to dehydrate sliced. I like to have a wide variety of different things because depending upon the meal, depends upon how I like to use them. If I'm making barbecued pulled pork or barbecued pulled chicken, I like to have them sliced, dehydrated slices, so they're long and stringy to go right along with the long stringy meat. Now if I'm making stews or roasts or anything like that in my crock pot, I like to have them dehydrated, diced. So right now, at this time, I'm going to be doing sliced for today. So I sliced them all up, and I'm just going to slice the rest of the peppers that I have, and then we're going to steam them for a few minutes to help open up the pores to make dehydrating and rehydrating an easier process. We'll be back when all of these are sliced and ready to be steamed. Okay, there it is, my big bowl of sliced peppers. I'm going to put them in a strainer and over a big pot of water and steam them for 3 to 5 minutes. You'll be able to tell when they're nice and tender and soft. I'll be back in a minute when I got it all set up and ready to start steaming so you can see how this works. Okay, here we go. I have a nice tall stock pot with just a little bit of water on the bottom. We don't need a bunch of water. We're just doing a short steam for a little bit. And then we have our colander and our peppers. And this is perfect because, as you can see, the holes don't come above the stock pot. And then I just use the cover to my wok to create a nice little steaming bubble. Turn it on high. Let it come to a boil and let it steam for about 3 minutes. I will be back to show you when the steaming is done. You want to open the top up and stir it after about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes to make sure you mix all, stir it after all the water is boiling and you've got a good steam going on. Mix around the veggies so you make sure that they get dispersed all around and mixed up so that the top ones go to the bottom and the bottom ones go to the top, so you get a nice steam on all of them. We'll be back so I can show you what it looks like. Okay, here it is. It's been 5 minutes since I turned on the boiling water. And there was so little water in there, it barely took any time. As you can see, it's already starting to steam quite profusely. So we stir our vegetables around to make sure that everything gets nice and evenly steamed. Still crunchy and hard. We don't want it crunchy and hard, but we don't want it soft and squishy either. Look at all that steam. There we go. Let it be for a couple more minutes and we'll be back. Okay, here they are, all ready to go. See, they're all still steamy. They're nice and soft and flexible, but they still have a snap to them. See? And that's what we want. That way all of the pores and the cell walls of the vegetable are steamed open. And we can put it in our dehydrator We'll be back when we are ready to dehydrate all this. We'll be back. Okay, here we go. All the peppers are steamed and ready to go. I have my dehydrator at the bottom of it. And I always like to have the fruit roll-up tray on the bottom to catch anything that falls. And since these are sliced and not diced, I don't have to have them on the little thinner trays, the little thinner webbing ones. I'm just going to put them all the way around. Nice dry. Just lay them out nicely all around the tray. Close the door, dude! That's my son. He's trying to go outside and leave the door open so my dog can run out. Anyways, just lay them all out. Good airflow for dehydration. I'll be back when all these are laid out on their trays and all ready to be dehydrated. Alright, here we go. 5 trays of partially steamed peppers, sliced for dehydration. I'm going to put this on the dehydrator on 145 for I don't know how long. Of course, I will put all the final details and information in the information box below, but I'm going to take you with me and we are going to learn together how long it takes to dehydrate these in this one. Now, my old Nesco, it would take maybe 4 hours, but that ran at one temperature and I think that ran at the highest temperature, and you had to be really careful because you could burn stuff in that old Nesco of mine. But in this one, I haven't had any problems with that yet. The old Nesco I had, it only took me a few tries of this and that to learn what does and does not burn, where to place things and where not to place things in the dehydrating rack stack, and how it all worked on the old Nesco. This one has a nice thermostat setting of its own to regulate the temperature, and that's why I was so glad to get this one. This one really is not that much more expensive, like $15 more for the one with the thermostat as compared to the one without. And this one, you can find it on Walmart.com for anywhere between $50 deal. Alright, I'm going to put this on the dehydrator on 145, and I'll be back in a couple of hours for us to look at the progress, rotate trays, and learn this together. We'll be back. Okay, it's been a little bit more than 2 hours. It's been almost 3, and as you can see, they're about halfway dehydrated. I'm going to take and rotate the trays, the bottom tray to the top, top tray to the bottom, and so forth. And we'll be back. Now, as you can see, the ones that were on the bottom are not nearly as dehydrated as the ones that were on the top. And this is why we rotate them. We put the lid back on it, and we'll come check on it again at 2 hours. So far, it's been 3. So when we check on it, it'll be a total of 5 hours. We'll be back. Here we go. 7 hours of dehydrating at 100. Oh, I'm going to beat up my plant here. I'm beating up my plant here, apparently. Okay. Oh, these are gorgeous. Look at the Yes. So beautiful. Now we just take and put them in a mason jar. Perfect. All the way down. Absolutely gorgeous. Great dehydration. We are going to put these in a mason jar. And we'll be back. And there it is. A half a quart of dehydrated peppers. Now, it doesn't look like a lot compared to all the peppers I had in the bowl. However, you gotta take into mind these are dehydrated. So 90% of what they were is gone. Because peppers are mostly water. So there we go. I will be dehydrating more. And whenever I dehydrate, I'll always be putting up videos. So I might end up with 4 or 5 different videos of dehydrated peppers and 4 or 5 videos of dehydrated this and that. But I want you to see everything. That way you can see what goes right every time or what could possibly go wrong. Heaven forbid, you never know what could happen. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you find it easy and simple to dehydrate peppers for your family. Remember, people, stay positive. Bye.